Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in and wanted to make a quick video talking about why you may or may not want to join an outfit in Planetside 2. I think there's a lot of benefit from joining an outfit, but it certainly isn't for everyone. For example, I think when you go to different bases, or you play in a harasser, or you play in a vehicle in general, or whatever, having feedback on what you're doing is important. And so being in an outfit actually affords you some perspective from other people, which I think that you can't necessarily get as a solo player. Likewise, being able to play with players that are on average above the average is actually pretty good, and can make base captures a lot easier. Or if you're just again driving around in vehicles, it makes that experience better. Another good reason to join an outfit is that then they have a reason to help you, because you're part of their community. And so if you ask a question, you might get a more in-depth answer, and because they're on your faction as well, can be faction specific. Whereas you might get something more generic, or perhaps something less split tested if you go to ask random people, or you research it on forums. You might get an incorrect answer or an old answer, so things are up to date. Likewise, there's a lot of things that you can do in outfits that you just can't do as a solo player. Like if you want to fly in a Valkyrie and drop, 3 C4 heavies onto a Sunderer to kill it, you just can't do that as a solo player. It's not possible. So there's things like that you really just can't do as a solo player. Even like team activities like point holding, or armor columns. I love to do that. It's just a shame that the Mag Rider's more of a something to do is a few vehicles. Driving in a column in a straight line in Mag Riders necessarily isn't the best way to play them. And so, yeah, I do think that that's a good reason to join an outfit as well. I think a lot of people also, when they go to join an outfit, they think that's it. They only have to join one, and then that's the one they've committed to. Whereas what I would argue is join multiple, so then you have context for what's the initial ones like, and then you can decide which ones you actually like, based on having context of multiple outfits. I think that's really the best way to go. I'd also be very careful of outfits which have abrasive leaders that are antagonistic. Because there's one on every server, or 2 or 3 probably, I don't know. I don't keep up with it, but just be careful of abrasive people that are very controlling. Some hallmarks of this that I've noticed, for example, I've never got people to go to the warp gate to check cohesion or whatever, and that's a good example of something controlling people do. There's plenty of other ones. I really think that's just be careful of that kind of stuff. If you enjoy it, fair enough. If you enjoy the more mil sim and you want someone to be a bit of a hard ass, yeah, sure, I guess those outfits work, but it's, to me, not something I enjoy. Of course, as well, one of the main great things to join an outfit for is the camaraderie, getting to play with the same people each week, and kind of get to know people's character. I think is a lot better in a lot of ways than playing solo every week. It's nice to have something like that. I've enjoyed it. I found it worth a while investing time into, as opposed to just playing solo all the time. I think a lot of people don't do it simply because of the barrier of entry, or the initial inertia to doing that. But once they actually try it out, they're like, this is actually pretty fun. And again, just because it seems a bit alien, a little bit outside of people's comfort zone, they think, I'm introverted, I'm not going to enjoy it, and then they just don't initially try. But when they try it, a lot of the time you might be surprised. And there's plenty of outfits to choose from, as I said. You could pick, for example, 2 outfits, one on TR, one on NC, for example, so that you can play multiple times a week in ops if you wanted, as opposed to some outfits might only do 2 ops a week or 1 ops a week. So that just affords you extra capacity to join ops, even if one outfit isn't doing things. I think within that there's a bit of nuance as well. I do want to quickly say this as a tangent. Having outfits that participate in either ops together or they play other games together, I found personally is really useful. So finding an outfit that gets on with other outfits is useful because it like is a force multiplier on how you can like play other games with each other or just do ops as a platoon. Another really good things that squad leaders which are like good do that I've noticed is they'll call people out if they're doing something that necessarily isn't ideal. Because I platoon lead it's a bit more difficult to do. But like if ideally your squad leader or your outfit leader or just someone should be saying like, hey, you're overextending here, or have you considered using this weapon on a harasser instead? Or hey, instead of using the Corvus in point holds, why don't you try the HV45? And there's like loads of other examples there of like little bits of tidbits of information that people might challenge you on that you've kind of accepted as like fact that might that like it opens your horizons to like try new things if people are like challenging the way that you're doing things. And that doesn't happen often, but I think it's nice to have some constructive criticism occasionally, especially if you ask for it. A lot of outfits also have like really good guides and information available to their outfit members, and so resources like that can be useful, whether they're like Google Docs. Like SKL has a lot of information on squad leading and platoon leading, for example, and that's something that I don't see very often within a lot of outfits. And there's a lot of different examples of that, of different things that you get from outfits that you may otherwise not be able to get normally. Likewise, war assets obviously are useful. A lot of the time if you ask a leader, hey, can I even pull a Bastion or pull a Colossus? Like, you'd be surprised oftentimes they'll be like, yeah, sure, because they've done it 1,000 times. A lot of people don't mind. So yeah, just ask if you want to use war assets. And yeah, just using generic assets in general, like facility modules, is another like selfishly good reason to be in an outfit. But I don't want to get that like mixed up with, I think a lot of people, they join an outfit for the war assets and then they think, hey, I'm in a community. But realistically it's just a tag and you're just using it for the mechanics that it provides in the form of facility modules and maybe anvils. And so I don't think that's necessarily the same thing as actively participating in the community, whether that's in public platoon-led voice groups, or whether it's in Discord or TeamSpeak, or whatever. Point simply is, maybe it's in text. You know, you join them on Discord or on text. Whatever it is, there's simply a big difference there between just having the tag and actually participating in the community. Now, of course, there's a lot of different reasons why you may not want to be in an outfit. For example, maybe you don't have the time or energy. Like, a lot of people might only be able to log on for 30 minutes a day or an hour every week or whatever. And so my point simply there is that that level of commitment, whilst an outfit would be happy to have you, you may just not have the time to participate really in any meaningful way. And so for that reason, you know, if you're only hopping on for half an hour at a time, that might be a good reason why you may not want to be in an outfit. Likewise, again, like the energy thing, I kind of just want to clarify that a bit, because I think that a lot of people, like, they think of themselves as introverted, but some of you may have noticed when you get comfortable around a group or you get used to a group, you open up a bit. My point simply is there that I think the lines between like introverted and not super introverted are not necessarily as concrete as a lot of people deem them to be. And so if you're not joining an outfit because you consider yourself like a quiet person who doesn't like to talk much, just question if there's anyone where you would consider that an exception for, and maybe consider that that exception could extend to outfit mates as well. Another really good reason to join an outfit, again, as I kind of mentioned, is a lot there's some like leaders that are very antagonistic, abrasive, rude, and to be fair, there's not that many of them, and I think even the ones that do have that reputation to their members aren't always that way, but they might be manipulative. But to the people that actually follow the orders and kind of like soothe their egos, I think actually they're probably pretty nice too, until they step out of line, of course, and that's where the problem really is. So, you know, being in that kind of outfit, some people may enjoy, some people may not. To be fair, some people genuinely enjoy it. But if you've had a bad experience with that, you know, you might be like, I don't even want to deal with the possibility of that. That was AIDS. I did not enjoy it at all. So, like, fair enough. Now, I would be super interested to hear what everyone else thinks in the comment section, so feel free to leave a comment. Like the video if you haven't already, because it helps the channel a bunch. And of course, subscribe, because that also helps a bunch as well. Have a wonderful day. I'm out. GG. Bye-bye.